now. Radio Raheem here with Terence, Crawford. Listen, you are climbing to the top of people's pound-for-pound list. Your performances have been really impressive. Knocking guys out with body shots for boxing fans is always the best. Let's talk about Ndongo and how that knockout came about.
Well, we knew Ndongo was going to come in and throw those wild shots. We know he's tall. We know he's rangy. We know I got good counter ability, so we was going to punch with him, punch in the inside.
The kind of punching power you have, do you feel like 140 or 147 is the best weight class for all your skills?
Well, I feel any weight class is best for my skills as long as I'm prepared to the best of my abilities. 140 was a great weight class for me, and I think it's time to go up and prove myself once again at 147.
So what are the challenges there for you?
I don't believe there's no challenges, just me continue to be myself. And there I feel like my boxing ability is going to take me as far as I want to go.
Who's there at 147 that you're looking to match up against?
Right now I'm looking at all the champions, all of them. You know, but at the end of the day, Keith Thurman is the guy to beat at 147. He's the #1 guy in the division. I'm the #1 guy in the division at 140. Moving up, why not go straight to the head?
Now, we hear Mikey Garcia calling out Cotto at 54 of all weights. The conversation about the two of you getting in the ring together has been had. Is that a fight that interests you, and would you stay at 40 to take that fight?
Well, I'm moving up to 147, so if he come up to 147, if they really want the fight, they know how to get in touch with us. You know, we ain't never turned down the fight or ducked anyone. So if that's the fight that they want to call for, or if that's the fight that they want to take, then we always open for, you know, a phone call.
We knew that Pacquiao was in conversations with having a Crawford fight. That's something that excited everybody. Now that Horn is not his fight like on the horizon, is that still a potential matchup for you?
Well, we ain't as interested in there as we was, being that we've been trying to get that fight since, what, 2015, and it haven't happened yet. And now that he lost now, a lot of people is less interested into seeing the fight. We more try to get the Horn fight. I don't know what happened with that, but we just here to try to get the best fights for Terence Crawford.
Let's talk a little bit about Terence Crawford. Like, you and I have talked as you've risen through boxing, and when we met, it seemed like you were a little more tense, a little more, you know, into yourself, like not as outgoing, not as talkative, and I've seen you loosen up a little bit. And like you just said, you feel like you cleared out the 40 division. It's time to go to the 147. Has accomplishing that goal, getting some accolades, feeling like, you know, you're comfortable in the sport and doing what you want to do, is that part of what's loosened you up and made you feel a little bit more expansive?
No, everybody just keep preaching to me. It's my job to, you know, do a little more talking and letting people know what's going on and so forth. But I never was the type of guy to always want to be in the media displaying, oh, look at me, I'm the world champion, look at my cars, look at this, look at that. So I never was that type of flashy guy, so I never could cope with all the cameras and everybody rushing me, want to know what I'm doing in my personal life and what I'm doing in training camp and all that type of stuff. So I just shy back like, whoa.
Well, at home, in a place like Omaha, you got to be a pretty big star, man. Like, you know, that kind of attention has to be through the roof for you at home. Has it changed your home life? Are you still able to be, like, comfortable in Omaha to, like, do what you want to do without people bugging you?
Of course, of course. It haven't changed any. Being that I had the big fan base before that fight. Everybody already knew who I was. Everybody already mainly got their pictures and autographs, so people will see me now that didn't know who I was and just be like, hey, Terence Crawford, how you doing? And just keep it moving. You know, sometimes you'll get people that, hey, I don't want to be rude or bother you, but can I get a picture? But that's about it.
When you're on that bank fishing or out on the lake, is this where you find like solace in yourself? Is this what like calms you down? Talk to me about that aspect of your life. What do you do outside the ring?
Oh, I've been fishing since a youngster, and being that you be having so much stuff going on in your life when you're in the spotlight, when you're the world champion, when you're a full-time father, when you gotta do so much stuff, you know. What better way to find peace than going out and fishing? You know, that's why I always love fishing. And to catch a 30-pound catfish, that's more exciting than a lot of things that a lot of people have ever did in their life. You know, so it's fun at the same time, but you get a time to have a peace of mind at the same time.
You know, fighters are always thinking about, hey, what am I going to do next when I finish this sport? Boxing is not an old man's game. But there's competitive fishing tournaments out there like that. Like, people fish professionally. Could this be the next career for Terence Crawford?
No, I just leave that to the pro anglers. I just be me, go fishing on my spare time. But at the same time, I stay in the gym. And if I'm not working out, I help the coaches with the little kids, making sure they're doing everything right, because those are the ones that really look up to me. And those are the ones that really inspired by what I've been through and how I got to where I got to, and really want to learn and know what it takes to be a world champion. So for me to have a fight one day, a Saturday, and come in the gym on a Monday, that just shows that, you know, hey, you can be whatever you want to be, and they'll look at me like, oh, Terence here, and he's not even fighting, so that'll give them more energy to push harder in the gym.
What you've learned by becoming a world champion, famous, a local like superstar, what is it the one thing, if there was one primary thing that you impart to these kids that do look up to you in that way, and probably in their circle have never seen someone with the kind of success you've had? What do you want them to know most of all?
It ain't easy. You know, you got to work hard for it. Your work ethic, your hard work, you know, you got to be passionate about what you want to be in life, because a lot of people, they think, oh, well, I'm training with Terence Crawford, I'm going to be a world champion. Or I'm running with Terence Crawford, I'm going to be a world champion. See, and I tell them, if you're not passionate about it, if you're not really, this not really your dreams, your goal, this not what you, like, your drive is for, you know, then you really not going to get it, you know.